so much for joining the channel. So I'm going to start a new thing. So I'm going to just go through all these movies that I like and react to my favorite scenes from those movies and just kind of explain why I like those movies and maybe just the different parts and pieces, kind of breaking it down a little bit. Um, but the first one I'm going to do is or the scene where Joker kills Murray from the Joker movie. Joaquin Phoenix plays the Joker, and he's just amazing in this role. This I had to start with this one just because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is my favorite performance of all time, right after Heath Ledger's Joker. Or actually, I think I like this one better. I guess I just really like the Joker character, one of my favorite characters of all time. So this is the scene where Joker kills Murray. Everything kind of builds up in the movie in this moment. Murray brings him onto the show, kind of making fun of him. Because earlier in it, in the movie, the Joker or Joaquin Phoenix's character Arthur Fleck is at a comedy club and he's laughing at his own jokes that no one else finds funny. So he brings him onto the show, and Joaquin Phoenix, comes onto the show to um, I don't know, I just be him and kind of get his revenge. But without further ado, let's get started.
It's Murray. Ever since I killed those three Wall Street guys.
Imagine if this happened though in real life, like if it was a Jay Leno, Jimmy Fallon, like this would be crazy.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
There's no punch.
Plus, Robert De Niro did great in this movie.
It's not a joke.
You're serious, aren't you? You're telling us you killed those three young men on the subway?
Mm-hmm.
And why should we believe you?
You got nothing left to lose. Nothing can hurt me anymore. My life is nothing but a comedy.
Well, let me get this straight. You think that killing those guys is funny?
I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. Comedy is subjective, Murray. Isn't that what they say? All of you.
And this is honestly one of the reasons. I'm sorry for stopping it so much. But one of the reasons I like this movie so much, and really this scene this is one of the best acted scenes for me I've ever seen. Just the way he has control over his face and just how perfectly I feel like he delivers every line in this scene is incredible.
The system that knows so much, you decide what's right or wrong the same way that you decide what's funny or not.
Well, okay, I think I might understand that you did this to start a movement, to become a symbol.
Come on, Murray. Do I look like the kind of clown that could start a movement? I killed those guys because they were awful. Everybody is awful these days. It's enough to make anyone crazy.
Okay, so that's it. You're crazy. That's your defense for killing three young men?
No. They couldn't carry a tune to save their lives.
I always thought that was funny. Earlier in the scene, before he killed him, the guys were singing, so it couldn't carry a tune. I thought that was funny.
Why is everybody so upset about these guys? If it was me dying on the sidewalk, you'd walk right over me. I pass you every day and you don't notice me. But these guys, what, because Thomas Wayne cried about them on TV?
You have a problem with Thomas Wayne?
Yes, I do. Have you seen what it's like out there, Murray? Do you ever actually leave the studio?
I don't know what that was.
Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy. You think men like Thomas Wayne?
That's another reason I like this scene, because I feel like it relates to the real world today. Everybody's yelling at each other, and no one ever thinks about, like, what is the other person going through? You know, always be nice to somebody else, because you don't know what someone's going through. You know, try to be the good in someone's day.
Ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves? They don't. They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys, that we won't werewolf and go wild.
That's the only thing that I really didn't get, that we won't go werewolf. I thought that part was kind of weird. Does it? I mean, I just maybe there's a saying and it just means something, and I don't know, but yeah, I thought
I mean,
that was
it's
always kind of
almost
weird.
self-pity, Arthur. You sound like you're making excuses for killing those young men. Not everybody, and I'll tell you this, not everyone is awful.
But you're awful.
Me? I'm awful? Oh yeah, how am I awful?
Like, look at his control over his face and just like that lip,
You're
like
fighting me on the show.
the way he's looking at Murray is
You
just like,
just wanted to make
I don't know,
fun of me.
it's awesome.
You're just like the rest of them.
You don't know the first thing about me, pal. Look what happened because of what you did, what it led to. There are riots out there. 2 policemen are in critical condition. You're laughing. You're laughing. Someone was killed today because of what you did.
Also, the score to this movie is great. It's starting. The music kind of started out slow in the scene, then it kind of went away to build that suspense. And right now, the ta 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 is just like slowly crescendoing. I guess is the right word. I don't know. I don't know the technical word for things. It's slowly crescendoing until it gets to that climax of the scene. It just all comes together so perfectly.
How about another joke, Ray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get
I don't think so.
when you cross
I
a
think we're
mentally
done.
ill donor
That's
with
it.
a society that abandons him and thinks of like trash?
Call the police,
I'm
please.
telling you what you
Call
get.
the police.
Get what you fucking deserve.
Gonna be honest, the first time I watched this movie, did not see that coming. I was watching this in the living room with my mom. She was just over. It was on TV. She hates violence really in any movies, and she's you should have saw her face. It's kind of funny. So the way he looks at Murray right there is so creepy. It was like it's like he's happy that he just killed him, and just has that like insane face. That he kills it literally. I always thought that little dance was kind of funny too.
Good night. And always remember.
Sorry, I don't know what I said. Alright, well that's it. That's one of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite movies. I love this movie. Just everything, the score, the acting, the directing, the cinematography, everything is just almost peak film, at least for me, in my opinion, what I like. But anyway, if there's any other movies that you would like me to share my favorite scene from, please let me know. I'll give my reaction breakdown, why I like it, why I didn't, what things I didn't like, and why I picked that as my favorite scene from that movie. But other than that, make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more of my videos. Peace.